welcome back to Genesis Custom Sabers. This is a new one that I've designed for a client that you may recognize some of the elements, but I'll just go through it really quickly. This will serve as an instructional video for the owner as well. It's really finely done, powder-coated saber built on MHS parts from the custom saber shop that have been customized and machined and tweaked and added to. Obvious, of course, are the two aluminum claws that have been secured in with a set screw here, and before the saber ships off will be epoxied in place as well for added strength. Yeah, it's a really nice saber, obviously a Sith kind of design. With any of these sabers, it comes with a rechargeable battery, lithium-ion. Recharge port is here, and whether it's a kill key like this one, or whether it's the recharge port, once it's in, it shuts off the saber, so there's no power. When you pull it out, saber boots up, and you can hear it start up. The blade goes in this end, blade retention screw. This button is the activation button. Of course, red sabers always look orange on camera. I don't know why, maybe I need to get a better camera. But that's what the saber looks like lit up. Of course, this is the auxiliary button. The blaster blocks. Hold it down to get the lockup effect, and that's that saber. Doesn't end there. The saber's got a petite crouton, as you could hear, with a customized sound font. This is an unlocked petite crouton, so the owner can put different sound fonts on there, but right now it's got my Korriban sound font, which is a really nice one. The saber, there's two things that reveal and open up about the saber. The first one is the bottom half. Reveals a PVC chassis. Now you want to make sure that the kill key and recharge, that nothing's blocking there, so the kill key's out. Before you begin to unscrew it, you need to grip the bone segment. Oh yeah, did I show you the bone? It's got a bone segment. This is the second saber I've done with a center bone link, as I call it, made of my patented, actually not patented, Krayt Bone technique. Saber unscrews bottom half. You always want to be careful doing that so that no wires catch, and you can see in here is the petite crouton sound card with all the wiring neatly tucked out of the way. Access to the SD card is there. Now it's a little tricky because the saber, there's so much stuff going on, but if you want to make changes to the SD card, put the kill key in. That of course shuts off power to the saber. And then the trick, the magic implement, is a pencil, the eraser end. And I don't know why pencils seem to work this way, but you put the pencil in there and you press in, and until you hear a click, yeah, and there you've got the SD card. You can see that it just popped out. And then I would use a pair of needle nose pliers to carefully pull out the SD card. When you buy a second SD card, you'll get an adapter. You can plug that into your computer, make all the necessary changes, learn how to do that. Anyways, you should never need to do that if you like the sound font. Just keep it the way it is. You never need to open up the saber. Oh, again, before putting it back on, you need to pull off the kill key. If you hear that boot sound, that means everything's right. If you hear a series of beeps or something like that, that means something may be wrong. And you might need to reformat the SD card or make sure it's plugged in properly. Again, whenever screwing this in, you always want to make sure that you do it slowly and you're just feeling and listening for anything that catches, because that would not be good if a wire's stuck in the way there. Anyway, saber's back together, ready to be used, but it doesn't end there. The saber will come with a 1/16 hex key, Allen key, and there's a tiny little screw right here. If you undo this screw and open up the little bone segment, this piece of bone actually just pops off, and then this piece of bone rotates around the bushings there to reveal a bit of the battery pack and a crystal, red crystal mounted in there. And the red crystal lights up faintly with the blade, so you can see it flicker when you do the blaster blocks, and it goes on and off with the blade. So that's a really cool added little feature of this saber. It's tricky to do, but it's really nice. Now this saber is very durable, especially once everything's all together in there. Little arrow pointing forward lets you know which way to put the bone. But because of the claws, this saber I would recommend not be used for any heavy dueling. So the official recommendation from the designer is, whoops, little screw goes away. The official recommendation from the designer is that this lightsaber be used for light dueling at best. Mostly because if these claws were to take a good whack or two, it might crack the epoxy in there, and it won't come off, but it might get a little loose and rattle, and that would irritate me. You also want to watch out for this saber because it's got a CoverTech clip. If it's on your belt, hanging down, and you decide to crouch down really fast, these things will go through your pants and probably through your skin quite quickly. So you always want to watch out for that. Sith clawed sabers, it's a fashion thing, but you got to be careful with that. So there you have it. Newest Petite Crouton saber from Genesis Custom Sabers. Thanks for watching.